It's the WavyyWay takeover, man. It's been a great month, but we back. You know what I'm saying? It's Mr. Wavy. I'm with King Kurt. How are you feeling? I always want to start out by knowing, like...
Life is amazing, as always, man. The last couple months, life is a journey. Every day I'm a student to life, ready to learn new things. And, I think last month I was a little sick, so I'm back and I'm better. breathing. I'm breathing. Life is humbling, too, yo. I feel like I start off with the same intro every time, but, it never changes because although my perspective of always being a learner never changes, it's new levels. New levels every time. So, how about you, bro?
Life is crazy. Honestly, like every time we have this show, I'm thinking, I'm like, how can we level up from this? Because it's like even from all the way from Rolling Loud Weekend, like from giving my stuff to Key to meeting P&B, like, and it's crazy because every time we come back here, it's something better. Like going through the week that we've had, meeting Tory, getting the VIP, and
progress,
having him wear my stuff, like. It's just such a big accomplishment. It's like everything is just working out. Like I've just learned that through it all. Like everything always works out. And the fact that we're continuing to grow and continuing to stay locked in and on our purpose through the winter time. I'm gonna emphasize the winter time. It is truly a blessing. Like, but shoot, I think we gotta thank us because it's like
it's the perspective that we chose to have because the winter time, just going through. Man, it can get real comforting and it's easy to stay stagnant during the winter time. But we go out of our way to wake up early, get to the bag, be around people that inspire us, find things that inspire us. And for me, it's just music at this point. Finding music that really touches the soul, keeps you in my positive spirit. And just take time.
Definitely therapeutical.
For sure. And just isolate yourself just so you can. It's so important, just to really take time for yourself to be self-aware of what you did right, what you did wrong for the week, what you can improve on. And I'm just happy, because the winter time is almost over. So
it's summertime, and we going for the summer.
Right, the summer's gonna be one to always remember. I feel like being young, summer used to be real lit, but now it's like, for me, it's more time for me to learn.
I never had a lit summer. I never really had a lit summer.
I had a couple.
This summer like for me is gonna be that summer where it's gonna be one of a kind because it's like life has been a movie in the wintertime and I wanted to ask you, bro, like with all this, you know what I'm saying, all the growth that we've been going through, like even though we both on the same type of time, like I want to know what keeps you going like every day.
I think what keeps me going is celebrating the goals that I already got, but then also thinking about what else I want to accomplish. I'll never reach my peak, my maximum, because I'm gonna always want more. So that is learning how to be a better person, a better friend, a better son, how to be a better role model for people that are under me. And I think I'm always content. Always, I try to tell myself that I did the best that I can, but I always know that there's a fine line between getting comfortable in that. And personally, bro, you as well, bro. I really appreciate last week just going out there and going out to the city. I needed that, bro, because more than me, you and the rest of my brothers know how hard I work, and that's my celebration for working so hard.
I think that night was probably one of the craziest for the journey.
Movie.
Next to the Lil TJ one, that was a little crazy, but this one was just like, it felt like we lived in a movie, bro, and it felt like all this hard work has paid off because only we really know what goes on in it. Like, only you really know how much you put into it, and just to see that happen, like, I remember I was having a down day, and I look at my phone, and I'm like, hold up, like, yo, Tory's wearing my stuff. Like, I'm on the phone with my uncle, and I'm like, yo, like, oh my God, Tory's wearing my stuff, and I'm really zooming in. I'm like, nah, that's mine.
Right.
And I couldn't believe it, and it was just, I worked so hard for this. There's so many times I took so many L's. It was to the point where I didn't want to give artists my stuff anymore. It was just like, damn. But for Tory's team to really just, and he did that because he wanted to do it. You feel me? Like,
I think that's the best thing ever because it was days after you already gave him the merchandise and his group of people already blessed us with the tickets and just everything. Like, I think though what you say you talk about as I look at his trials and tribulations. The reason why I smile the way I do is because I know where we come from. I know what it took
to get here,
and that's what makes. I think that's how you appreciate when good things happen because you know that you worked so hard for this and there were so many sacrifices that you made. So, I just think, man, every every time something good happens, there was something bad that happened that led up to it. You talked about the little TJ experience that we had and the obstacles that we had within that or whatever. But I think it's important to note that, bro, think about it. Even when we met P&B Rock, your mindset changed from worrying about how it's going to happen to knowing that it's going to happen. And every time
this one too.
Every time you're on the road, my main thing is, man, it's gonna happen regardless. Like, there's no reason to sweat it. And that's my biggest thing, that I think people think that they control so much that you don't. We really have so much. We have little control over the majority of the things around us. One thing you can control, excuse me,
is your energy
and your mindset.
Yo, but it always works out, bro. I think that's crazy. It's like the way.
But you just started realizing that, though. I think so, bro. Because, bro, when we were at
always works out,
and I was sweating stuff that really is like, in the grand scheme of things, you're just messing up the moment. Everything is just an adventure for me, because God is good, and I'm blessed. We made it here safely, wherever it was. We found a nice parking spot that was close. This and that. Like, life is good, yo. This is the way I like to live my life, because I know that you could live it always being skeptical of how is this going to work out. But when you know that you're one person and you don't control much, control what you can. And that's not much, which is only other than your mindset. And I try to control your mindset when you be extra anxious, because I understand, you know, it's your feelings, but you can, after a while, you become a master of your feelings when you practice that.
I feel like I've definitely gotten better, especially that. That time, towards the end, I'm like,
jeez, I'm so happy, yo. Oh, going places, yo, bro. You know, I'm like, yo, chill, bro.
That was a real good. That was one of the best concerts about everything. It was just perfect night. Drive back was.
It was amazing, yeah. So yeah, let's get into that. Bet. So we're gonna start off where we're driving to the city or whatever. Good vibes, you know, a nice hour and a half drive or whatever. We worried about if we were gonna be able to make it to your family
to my grandma's crib, yeah.
To your family spot on time, and then from there, if the time was just gonna work out, you already not wanting to double text his man, Tory's man, because you know nobody wants to be overly excited fan, because then you never know, they'll change up.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So like, I'm like, yo, but you were saying it, like, yo, if it's meant to be, it will be, and that's what we did.
Word, right? I was on good energy.
We just continued to bump everybody, Pop Smoke, just, you know, doing our thing.
Good vibes.
Rest in peace to that king.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get into that a little bit later, but it was just, I say we really just
smooth, bro.
We just enjoyed the moment of it. And doing that, you can't, when you enjoy the moment and when things are going good at the moment, you don't have to even worry about what could possibly go wrong, because it's already.
That time I was so confident, I didn't question anything. I said it's gonna happen. I looked at you and I said it's gonna happen.
Word.
I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
Bet.
And
I wanna fast forward, man. All right, so look, I my friends know I do not ever try to claim I'm from the city, blah blah blah. None of that stuff. I am definitely.
Okay. we can talk about that.
I am definitely a suburban dude for sure.
Oh my God!
Because why not? Because you can't change that. Accept it. I'm proud of everything that I am. Yes.
Bro, that was hilarious. Go ahead.
So
oh my God.
We parked my car at his family spot, right? And now he's like, yeah, bro, I always hear him just throughout life conversations. You hopped on the $2 van, blah blah, and I'm like, all right, I don't even know what that really is. You feel me? All I know is drive by myself. Like, I don't like when other people are driving to begin with, because people drive reckless, right? Bet. So, I'm like, yo, bro, lead the way. He holding his bags. It's cold. We in hoodies. I'm like, yo, it don't matter. Like, we used to the cold. We in the mountains with it. Bet. So we traveling. We walking or whatever, and we come down to like the little bus stop, and we see this old Nissan. Nothing wrong with Nissans, by the way, but one of the sketchy ones. So we looking at it like. He look at it like, nah, we're not getting in that car. I'm like, we're not getting anything but a van, the $2 van. Is what I'm thinking. All of a sudden, this black car pulls up, right? Where it goes, let's go. Let's go. We open the door. It's a Chinese dude inside, and Werbin hops in the car. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna try my best to really believe in this dude right now. So we hop in, and the guy just starts driving, doesn't say a word to anybody, just driving. And we're just sitting there looking at me cheesing, like, And I'm looking at him. I'm looking around, looking for something that says Lyft, Uber, something that will make me know that at least this is. See, who are you, right? So I'm thinking that the entire time, and Mans is looking at me because he can see it in my face, like, yo, what are we doing right now?
Yo, Kurt took on his seatbelt.
The driver didn't say a word.
He was like clenched up.
Right,
like I was
right.
like,
I have to be because my life is in your hands, and person didn't even say hello. I'm used to hospitality of some sort. Like he didn't even look back to see who he picked up. We're laughing. I'm looking at Werbin like, bro, you just set this man up to possibly die right now. Cause one wrong turn, anything, and I swear I had all plans.
Yo, Kurt's face had me
like
dying.
I can't. I didn't even. Yo, I'm all about safety. I didn't even want to have my seatbelt on because there could be nothing holding me back from making sure that my life is alright. Anyways, Werbin's still smiling. Like, we good, bro. It's okay. It's a nice. Granted, the car was nice. It was a nice Toyota. It's like a Camry. Didn't smell like nothing. Good driver. So I can't complain too much. But for a person that didn't say a word, I'm like, yo, like that's real scary to me. Because like, yo, in this day and age, people are crazy for real, and I don't like playing with that. But it worked out. It was a 5-minute little ride, and it was. And nice.
for those who don't know, it's just a regular Jersey trip from Jersey to the Heights. But he was pretty shook. Then we went on we went to the Bronx, took him to the Bronx. Then
Right.
we went downtown, and it was this old man. The amount of things that we saw that day,
The
it
city
was
is
like,
crazy,
wow.
like for no reason. And
There was a man on the train. It was like a pervert, looking crazy. There was like 3 females on the train, and he's looking at them.
Teenagers,
like,
young teenage ladies, and that just bothered me.
Made me want to punch him. Like, what are you doing?
Made me think about. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that my family took me out the city because I know I will be a different type of person. And not saying that it's wrong being a city person, but I really am so happy having the knowledge that I do and the way I move. Like, I feel like I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be for real. Like that, I really value that. But anyways, back to the pervert on the train. Like for real, like, man, having a daughter, I would just go crazy because the way this person was looking at this old head was really looking at these young ladies for as soon as he got on the train, it was just like, yo, like what's up with you? Like it was just weird, yo. Makes you just want to go out and get a gun for people like that for real.
Then we waiting on Tory. we had a meetup spot, and
so we kicking and getting ice cream or whatever.
all of a sudden the ambulance is outside. I'm like, yo, what happened?
No, it didn't start off that way. First,
somebody's on the floor. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Somebody's on the floor, hard body. There's a cop that like was in like the middle of the intersection or whatever, but turns in the opposite direction of where the person was on the floor at. So I thought that was weird. I don't know where they was going, but that's whatever. Bet. And then all of a sudden, like, there's a big crowd forming. Everybody's trying to see what's going on. Werbin's like, yo, there was no bathroom in the spot that we was at, and like. Basically, the bathroom was at a next door over, so Werbin had the opportunity to walk by the person on the floor to see what was going on. And turns out that the person got hit by a car. It got real bad. The weirdest part to me, though, was firefighters got there faster than the ambulance.
And they picked him up.
And that was so weird to me because they not only did they pick him up, but it looked like they took him to wherever they needed to go because the ambulance literally...
It was chilling there for a whole nother...
parked up for another hour, hard body, just chilling. And it didn't make sense to me that the firefighters got there before the ambulance and really just handled business. And I'm like, wow, the city's different. City is different.
But he was cool. Like, the dude was laying on the floor, and then he got up. He was like, nah, I'm good.
We're trying to go. That's really yo, there's thousands of dollars when you get taken on from the ambulance or whatever. So, look, if you can...
When most of them do that, though, to be honest with you, they're illegal. Nah, seriously.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
If you get hit by a car, you might have to leave.
And that's crazy too, yo. When you can't get the help you need due to the fact that you here under
False pretenses.
right, things that I got to keep going regardless of what happens. Yo.
Crazy.
Word.
Then Tory he was still rehearsing, so we got told to come to the venue. And we was taken care of very nicely.
Yeah, it was nice.
And then that was that. But the vlog, we gonna definitely work on that. And then vlog gonna be out soon.
The vlog goes in a lot more detail. It was dope. That's just a little summary. It was a great night though. But I do want to talk about who Tory brought out though. This was amazing.
Facts.
Because he brought out Tory's performance was great as always. But he brought out Wale. Lost it when Wale came out because I've been in my Wale bag because. Wale's music for the soul, like I said 10 minutes ago, like really music for the soul. He brought out Casanova. He brought out I lost it when he
Mario,
Mario, whichever way you say it was fire.
Maya.
Maya. He brought out Ja Rule. Yo, I laughed when he brought out Ja Rule. I'm not gonna lie.
We thought it was Fab because he said Young OG, and then it was.
But yo, Ja Rule, he did his thing. Yo, it was definitely vibes for the night. It was a good night in the city, and I'm happy that really nothing went wrong, and it was perfect. Then we went back to the mountains, back to clean streets. It was nice. Yeah, I wasn't really worried about anything. I was extremely paranoid on the train though, looking at everybody that walked by, in a not obvious way, but you never know. City life is different for real.
It was interesting. Like, me being so used to it, like, I had to sit back and realize, like, all right, Kurt is really new. Like, let me.
I was new to it, but let's not make it clear. Let's make it. I don't like feeling vulnerable. Getting in the random person's car, I felt so vulnerable.
Yeah,
Man didn't speak, didn't say a word, and now we in the city, in the train or whatever. People walking by fast or whatever, and I don't know what.
I think you thought somebody was gonna run up.
Nah, the way the way you was going about it, bro. If it was vice versa, and you could see what I saw, you'd be like, yeah, bro. You probably wouldn't like.
That's why I was like, nah, bro. Instead of speeding up, you slow down.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Okay. All right. I'd rather be in front of I'd rather be in a decent area.
You don't know what's going on behind you.
Right. I guess, but I don't want to just be on the steps with it. We was on the steps. I'm like, let's get out of the steps.
Sorry, so we having paranoia sometimes.
Right. And that's something. Another reason why I'm not in the city, yo. The paranoia is crazy. But you're so normalized to it, though.
It was a regular day, but it was good. It was a great day. But what's next?
What's next? I want to start talking about Pop Smoke. Can we play his music and then we get back into it?
Let's say that. We're going to get into some Pop Smoke. $100,000 for the cheapest ring. Yo, can we give praise to Future real quick? Cause
again, I'm with it. Always with it. Yo, my mic on? Dutch, can we show my mic?
What mixtape? I think it was Hendrix. Now mine's just, all right, now we good.
Yo.
Hendrix was, it just came out like 3 years ago.
3-year anniversary.
And that tape honestly plays a huge role in my everyday life.
Yo, but, all right, but I'll put it to you this way, bro. When it first came out, I was listening to, he dropped back to back at that time.
Yeah. It was that one and it was,
the other one. I'm going to say the other one because, I don't know. Yo, it's funny. At that time period, when the other one came out, I was bumping that hard body. Like, that was the one.
That had Draco, that had
Mask
that
Off.
had Percocet, Molly, yeah.
But it's crazy because I was 17 when I was bumping that, but now as a 20-year-old man, now like that one is Future Hendrix. Hendrix is really it's my soul right now.
Yeah,
it aligns with everything he's saying is fire. Like
Looking Exotic, Solo. I think Solo is my favorite song. Coming Out Strong, Testify.
My collection is fire, but past that, like what is it? The later half of the album is fire, bro. I love listening to music where you listen to the first half and you got the first half on rotation and then you finally get to that last and you're like, this is fire too. Future's that dude, bro, for real, goated. He is, yo. And if you don't understand, that's fine. And you know what's great about him, bro? He's a water sign. I'm happy. Cause people say a lot of jokes about water signs, we this, we that, but who cares, bro? Because Future was one of us. That's all that matters. He's a GOAT. I really appreciate all that he does because, all right, he be wilding sometimes. So everybody got their issues.
Nah, he be wilding.
Everybody got their issues, and those are rich man issues. That's the way I look at it. Who knows what we're gonna be going through? It's not gonna be that because I like having more money, but he got. Man, I'm just happy, yo, and I think we talked about at one point. I swear it felt like he fell off type, but that was just I feel like that was us. That was us sleeping.
Yeah,
he's coming back around. I think he's gonna turn up this summer.
So what's next for you as far as your goals? What are you trying to accomplish within the next?
Bro, my goals. I'm a little different right now because I just want to finish out the rest of my junior year, just so I'm extremely involved in my college life feels like it's a full-time job. So, once this semester comes to an end, it's gonna be my senior year, and I'm gonna do things differently, and I'm just really looking into grad school because my long-term goal career-wise is really to be a nice therapist and give back in a nice different way, represent for black people because we got issues that we need to that
come together about.
We're human as well, and I feel like we ignore a lot of problems that we have. So I want to really be able to give back to our community. I'm trying to learn Spanish so I can help Spanish-speaking people as well because that's important. It really, really is. So
you're gonna have to teach me how to. I could be like your
you want
assistant or whatever, and I can handle all the Spanish.
I'm with it, yo. I'm just looking forward to just locking in Right now, it's not the fact that I'm in like being so heavily involved in school and really locked in. The last 2 years, junior and senior year, you really got to be in your bag. So I really can't. I'm really I'm locked in on school. So it's always nice talking to other people who are in different lanes, such as yourself. But I can only do so much of that because it doesn't align where my interests are right now. So eventually, when the time is right, I'm gonna shine when it has nothing to do with school. But I'm looking forward to figuring out who's paying for my grad school because I'm not going to be in debt for that. And anywhere I go, I excel. So I want to make sure I go to a nice school that's paying for me and it's in the right environment that I need to be in.
That's all gonna be taken care of.
Word. Speaking that into existence, and I know it, yo. I'm proud of who I am, and I know that everything is gonna work out the way it's supposed to.
I feel like now I've never been so locked in my life. Like, it's to the point where I gotta, Kurt was talking to me about this. He was like, yo, you got it. Like, it's to the point where if you gotta plan stuff by the hour, and if you don't get it done, then you're already missing out on the day. And it's like from working full time still to now, ever since I launched, like, this wavy stuff is full time. Like, before it was like a side thing. Now this is like really real. Like, I gotta be on every day, really, really pushing it, making sure the site is getting the viewers and campaigns and all this other stuff. And then school at the same time, full time. So I just don't have time for anything.
Everything has to be intentional, is the way I look at it. And when you do have time for anything, it's because you intentionally set aside time for that, and that's so important. And you see, I think that's what I want to talk about next, bro. Sometimes it's the journey. I know it's cliche to say it's the journey that really, it's not the destination. It's the journey that got you there. With the experiences that you learn to like make everything so great. And I can't stress it enough that really is the case. I mean, just even the fact that you met Tory Lanez and the way it worked out, and he was wearing your stuff on stage, and the entire night.
Sorry.
The way that the mentality, perspective that you took into the whole situation, you knew that you didn't have control over much based off of the past experiences that you had with other artists. So I say that's just the trials and tribulations prepare you for what's meant to happen.
I told you, it was crazy because I'm like, yo, Tory's gonna be the one. This is gonna be it.
Exactly. And I'm just, bro, it's just really dope. But going back to what you said about setting aside the time and being intentional about what you're doing during that hour, I know all that stuff because just based off of my college experience, like I said, it feels like I work a full-time job, but that's fine. I'm the CEO of my life. So when you got to go to sleep at a certain time because you know you got to get up early in the morning and knock these things out because the rest of your day is busy, yo, that's just preparing you for when all that busy stuff is just going towards wavy, because eventually that's what it's going to get at. But I'm just saying, long story short, just to summarize it all up, I'm just saying that, yo, everything is about, I'm learning.
The skills, with a purpose.
Everything is with a purpose. My time is money. You know what I've been saying. My time is money, and I don't got no time to waste. And if you do that's how that says a lot about you. What are you doing with your time? I know I'm so intentional with my time. I don't like to be a jerk about it. Not the fact that I can't spend time with y'all, but I gotta really know that, yo, if I'm not using this time to really work on my goals, then that means my words are not matching my actions, because I can't say I want the best, I want to be the best this, I want to do that if I'm not giving the time that it really deserves. So it's like, yo, I be in my bag. I'm just happy, yo, because it's nothing better than when you make it through the week and you know that you did everything that you needed to accomplish. It's amazing, yo. I got all my work done. That way, all I had to do was drive into town, scoop you, and we was good for the rest of the night. And I'm back to it tomorrow.
After the show, we back to work. We got work to do.
Everything is intentional. No time to waste, because time is money. And if you don't respect your time, how can I expect you to respect mine? And that's all I got to say. I'm so serious, yo. There's no time to waste, yo, for real. But, bro, before we know it, it's going to be warm out. Everybody's going to be lit. And our summer's going to be different, yo.
And it's crazy because we only started this journey like, okay, we're going to try and do something with ourselves.
Right.
Last summer.
Word. Not the... How do I say that?
It's hard to explain, but...
We knew all the skills and strengths that we had, but it's like, all right, how do you turn this into something? And by the summertime, it's gonna be something like set in stone, and it's starting to show. Your skills and talents are starting to show, and my versatility will just being everything that I'm involved in is starting to show, and it is dope, bro. It is dope because we know this, and nobody knows better than the people, our brothers that are around us. Like, I love the fact that, like, yo, whenever I do talk to my boys, wherever, well, they're scattered across the East Coast. Whenever we do talk, it's like the conversation never changes, no matter what I've accomplished or they have accomplished during the time period. Still the same dude from as always. Still the same spirit wise, but mentally always growing.
Forever and always.
And the goal is eventually when I'm on, you on as well, because
once that door opens, it's over.
Right. And you see, the thing is, I think it's important to note that sometimes, where you gotta leave people where they're at. Even you could care for them, love them, and want to show them the way. But yo, sometimes you really got to you gotta create something for yourself for people to understand why you work so hard. Because then from there you can be inspiration to them. It's hard to be inspirational if you to be a huge inspiration if you ain't really got nothing off, if you don't have your empire correct yet. You feel me? So I'm a dip away. I love being in the spotlight under the right circumstances if I'm like getting fly or whatever. But I love not being in the spotlight as well, because that allows me to really tap in and come back with something better when I want to. And that's this summer, yo. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be amazing. I love the summer, yo. Summer's the best time. I'm gonna be 21, and I just already know it's gonna be a summer I'll never forget, yo. It's gonna be more nights like the night when we went to Tory Lanez concert.
I think it's gonna be the whole summer like that.
Yeah, bro. Just moves made, touch of money, just having good times, memories made, yo.
Because last summer, I just can't think. That's why I try to tell anybody I'm around, like, you could do you could do it. Like, I'm telling you.
Last summer was so necessary, though. Good, bad, and
needed, bro. It was needed. We learned a lot. Even
thank the Lord, for real.
Made it through.
For real, because I say thank the Lord based off of, man, yo, just the perspective going into the summer, the end of the summer, knowing how I need to navigate throughout school. Yo, like, timing is everything, yo. It's crazy, yo. Sometimes the way things work out, I just be like, when it's not in my favor, I'd be like, yo, like, why is this? Like, why are these things happening? But when you recognize that a lesson, this is about to be a teachable moment for you, and you need to just really lock in and stay in your bag, you'll learn a lot.
So many lessons.
So, like, yo, whenever I do come across another teachable moment, like after a while, I feel like when you're really in tune, well, I could feel it. I'm about to really create something of myself. I'm gonna turn all these emotions that are all over the place that I feel, and I'm gonna make it something.
I seen Gucci Mane tweet this. He was like, if your heart broke, turn those pieces into art. Right. And definitely did that. Right. Definitely did that.
I think that's what you do, because you chose to do that. Because if not, then you can stay stagnant. That's not what we do. Because a wave never stays the same. It's always moving.
Big facts.
So that's how we always got to be. It's important to take time to rebuild with your team, figure out new people to add to your team, try new people out, do this, do that, but remain loyal to yourself, and just stay in your bag. Just keep your eye on the bigger picture, for real, bro.
I used to, like, even now, like, just growing up, like, I feel like I've always been slept on, like, for everything. So, honestly, like, I think that's one of the biggest things for me, because no matter what I do, people still look at me like nothing. So, I feel like that's such motivation for me. Like, I really love that. And I, like, even playing basketball, I was such an underdog. And I remember times, like, I'll get looked at like,
Yo, what's good, Vaughn? Say what's up in the chat. If you texted me, if you could text it in the chat, say what's up.
But yeah, so I feel like that's the best motivation, because even when you think you've done something, you haven't done anything, and that's
the perfect mindset to always keep, because as soon as you think you done one thing and you made
that's when you stay there.
Get comfy. I could never.
And I don't ever want to. I want to continue. I remember one time, I had like a 30-point game. This was in Florida, and I think it was like a championship game in Florida. I forgot how old I was.
Word.
It was my first 30-point game I ever had in my life. Ended up losing too. And that same night, I was like, nah, like, I love that feeling. I went right back to the gym that night, because it was just like, I want to keep this going. Like, I want more. I always want more. So that hunger, I don't know. I just have a crazy hungerness inside me that just wants to eat all day.
It's refreshing when you around others that feel the same, because it's nothing better than when you can bounce these ideas and these things you got, and just really up when it's reciprocated. You feel me? Because if you negative and your friends are negative, then they're gonna reciprocate that negativity the same way. When we speak and you complain about something, if I can't see the light in what you're complaining about, then I'm gonna say, yeah, bro, that really does suck. Instead of when somebody goes, yo, well, probably something better is gonna happen. All it take that one interaction can now plant a seed in your mind that eventually gets deeply rooted in your mind, and you start practicing it.
Yeah,
and it's so important, yo. And man,
I feel like I've gotten better. What do you think?
Most definitely.
Because bro.
I used to be. Most definitely.
I used to be
I'm proud of you for that. For real, bro. For real.
Honestly, that it happened unconsciously. Like I just don't. I don't know.
It became unconscious because at some point you have to ignore how you're truly feeling, because you know that those feelings are temporary, the good and the bad.
I'm starting to complain less. I'm starting to just do more. I'm starting to talk less.
Sometimes though, it's best you got to get it off. When you really need to complain, we're human. So yeah, you got to get it off, but you got to keep yourself. That can only take up so much of a conversation.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, okay, like you complaining now.
10 minutes is what we do, right? Yo, all right, blah, blah, blah. Yo, coming crazy. The conversation, is crazy because.
And Kurt becoming wild. Like, say I be saying something. He be like, all right, bro, it's been 5 minutes and
right.
and that's it, bro.
Right.
Like,
we over it. We have to be.
And I'll be
because
like, oh.
the thing is, and I say that because, like, everybody, this I feel like this generation sometimes, I got one of my mentors, he keep it a buck with my mom, bro. Has always, since a youngin', has always just been kept it a buck. Whenever, not the fact that I needed it, but it's made it where you need that tough love, because I'd rather receive tough love, someone that's not gonna sugarcoat it, than someone that's gonna downplay it. Tell me exactly what it is, because that's the person that something. Dutch, if you could mute that, I think we could hear it.
Sorry.
You good. So overall, what I'm saying is, I want someone that's gonna keep it a buck with me. You're my boy, Javon. Keep it a buck. Right. You need that though. Like
we had to get right, bro. We had to turn the savage up. So now it's go time. I'm not playing with nobody. It's over. But all those little games is done. It's big wave.
Yeah, that's the way to be. But sometimes,
put my hoodie up now.
Sometimes, bro, you just gotta keep it calm, collected, because your energy ain't even gonna affect me, because I'm good over here. There's money in my pocket.
Over here, we good.
We good. I slept. I know that I'm getting to it. So it's just the fact that sometimes you just really, I'm happy, bro, that we got the relationship that we got, because I know whenever I need something on my team,
always got me, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I seen this one picture, and it was on IG of the dude holding a light, the dude in a bed.
Word.
And he was like, a lot of y'all be afraid to do anything for your boy. And if he needs me to be the light man or the water boy or anything, whatever. I got him, because it's just, and I feel like that energy is there. Like, and it's...
And that's how it should be within the squad, though. Because, if I got it, you got it, and vice versa. That's how it should be. And you see, the thing is, that's what me and my gang practice, bro. And it's amazing, bro. Because it's so, bro, like I always say, I meet hundreds of people, bro. And it's like, nobody is realer than the few people I met in the Poconos. It's hilarious to me. It's hilarious, yo. I really want to make sure y'all understand this. Tough love is really, appreciate the people that keep it a buck with you, and really, like, let you know what you need to hear.
I had to learn that the hard way, because I used to feel like,
no sugarcoating it, because this world,
somebody who
life is cold. So why am I gonna, we're not kids.
Somebody who forces you to be accountable loves you way more. I remember I used to get in like Mo used to black me all the time, bro. Right. And I used to be like, what, like, come on, like, why is it always me? Right. And one time I just sat in my bed like, I'm tired of this. And I'm like, but what can I do so I won't have to get yelled at, or so it can stop? And I'm like, wait a minute. And then it just all clicked. And I'm like, nah, they really just want you to learn this. And it really takes a long time to figure it out. I feel like it takes a lot of maturity and just putting your ego aside. I feel like that can kill it. And I just learned to put out my pride. Like, I be doing stuff that you'd be like, bro, what are you doing? It's because I really know how to put my pride aside, because it's not the biggest thing to me. That ego and pride stuff, life is short. So I'm not going to stick up my ego. I do have to work on actually putting my ego
in front of things.
Yeah, in front of things. I have to work on that, because sometimes it can be the...
No, I feel you though. I do, but I think I think it's you gotta have the nice balance. All depends on what the situation is. Sometimes you got to keep it. You gotta have a strong ego, a big ego. Sometimes you gotta have a small one because it all depends on the situation. If it's family, my ego gonna go down because I know that they only want the best for me. That's because I don't have to be suspicious about their intentions. I'm so big on that, right? Especially everything with Pop Smoke. Like I just really haven't been feeling it. Like I'm not really the most trusting person to begin with, but I just really feel like I don't know what side you on, you know. Like, and when the red flags start to show, best believe I start distancing myself. I have to.
But shoot, let's get back into some music. Shout out One Umbrella, man. Shout out Tory. It's Friday. It's payday. So if you just got your check, this one is for you. Let's get to it. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke, man. I can't even believe it all happened. Like. Woke up. I think we was on the phone.
We were on the phone.
And I looked.
Got me in my bag.
My cousin had texted me, and she was like, "Yo, Pop died." And I'm like, "Nah, man," because we had just lost Juice, Kobe, and it's crazy because Pop was only 20. Like I had the opportunity to meet Pop Smoke, and that was another crazy event. I gave him a hoodie, and it was just cool. But man, I was just excited where New York was headed, and it just sucks because he was really on his own type of timing, like real wavy for sure. But you know what I'm saying? People be envious out here.
These deaths of black men, young black men, and Kobe as well, young for sure. He definitely was older as well. Really, they've been really hurting my heart lately.
No cap.
Because I see we're at these ages, bro, where they are our age, and it really just hurts because I look at Pop Smoke and just him coming from Brooklyn and my family being from Brooklyn is like, bro, that could really. I look at every young black male as, even if I come from the suburbs, but city life, you could easily be my cousin. So like I don't ever try to look down on anybody. So seeing what happened to him really just hurt me for real. And having to go to go to class or just going on with the rest of the day was it was tough, yo. I really was holding back some tears, and that just shows it's not because to me it's about the grand scheme of things rather than one person. His life mattered for sure, but it's just the fact that like. People really don't want to see you win. People don't want to see you win, and I think in the struggles for a young man of color is just so we have so many things. So there's so many obstacles against us. Like we really, I think about the police. I think about just discrimination, racism. I think about white people. You never know, and that's not saying all white people are bad, but you never know what you can come across. And then when you live in a neighborhood where you're around people that look like you and then they are against you as well, it's like really who really is for you. And I really get these situations like this really bother me because I look at Pop Smoke metaphorically as if he could have been my cousin. Now I think about my close friends, bro. I say on a daily basis I pray for my friends, bro, for my brothers, because I know that the odds are stacked against us, and I just hope we persevere for real. And it's just really it hurts my heart because I know that we're solid, but you never know. When you go out and my friends are 6 hours away and they're wherever they're at, you never know who they're hanging out with. And people are good actors, and you don't realize a red flag until it's too late. You never know that little spite of envy or spitefulness that they shown on a small level, you always want to hope that that's as far as that spite's going to go, but it doesn't until they show you otherwise.
It's been a rough start to the year. I've been definitely walking with like a heavy heart. Because first it was Juice, and it was just
hurt me.
I was just starting to feel like his influence on the world and really realizing like Kurt would always tell me like, bro, you got to get onto Juice. And I remember I was at Rolling Loud, and he was after A Boogie, and I actually missed him, and I never even got to see him perform. Then Kobe, like for those who know me, like I played basketball was my life, and Kobe was the number one. He was my biggest fan, like so I had all his jerseys, biggest role model, yeah. I had everything of his, like all the sneakers. He was a big role model for me. So to see him go and the way that happened, and then Pop Smoke, like finally you see New York and him doing his thing.
It was lit.
It was crazy, man. This summer's gonna be different. Cause honestly, it would have been different if he was still around.
I agree.
It just shows you and then it's weird because you want to treat people with so much love, and I always talk about this. We know this. We talk about this all the time. Like people can go tomorrow. That's why you want to treat people with a certain type of love and respect. But it's like people can know that you can go tomorrow and still not treat you with that love, or they can just simply take advantage of you. People, you know what I'm saying, run around you because they know that you're gonna treat them as if
a certain way because your love prevents them from being spiteful. But you see, going back to Pop though, for real, it just hurts, yo, because I don't really even know who to trust for real. That's
crazy, man. You 20, I'm 18.
It hurts my heart. It really does, because I really look at them as just
as one of us,
another young black man just trying to do something, and it's just inspiration to me. And you see, I think Pop Smoke he's a role model that people that come from the city that can relate to. But you see, with Juice World, the message that he was spreading, to me, he sounded different than a black person, so to speak. And that might sound ignorant. That's not what I'm trying to get at. But just the typical black music, you feel me? I like the message that he was talking about. Now, obviously not the drug use, but just really just how the emotion that came out of his music. And to me, it just showed that everything that I just said it shows that he was different. And I really appreciated that, because I feel like I'm different. I feel like I'm different from the typical black person that the media portrays. So with that said, it's like, I just look at I look at that as like, yo, like, continue to go down your own lane. We are all in our own lane, and sometimes being in your own lane isn't cool. It's best to conform and to be just like everybody else. And we know that's not the way to be, but it was always nice seeing young black men go on their own lane and just really just take over the world.
And that's why I'm trying to take Wavy to the place that I want to take it, because I'm trying to make it cool to be you.
For sure. Bro.
Even when I was growing up, you just tend to follow as a young kid. You see what's cool and you want to do that.
Right.
And I'm starting to fall back. Talking about it right now, I got black forces on my feet. I'm about to take them off my feet.
Same too.
I got some black Air Forces on my feet. Word. Now to society, this is trash. This is crazy. This is you got
criminal. You're a
criminal,
you got who you about to go kill is what they asked me.
Yeah, and to me, I think it's hilarious, because it's like, this is how much society has influence on you. And I look at you like, man, and this is just the wavy stuff I'm on. Like, I only wear my clothes now. If I'm wearing anybody else's clothes, it gotta be a low key designer that nobody knows about. And it's just about being different. Like, and I think it's so dope. Pop Smoke, different. Juice World, different. I love because, bro, it's mad people in this world.
Why be like everybody else?
Exactly.
If you're being like everybody else, who's being you?
Exactly,
and
bro.
I can't do that.
Gotta live by that code. You gotta be unique. Be you.
Definitely. And you can only be your best you, and that's what we've been tapping into. And like, yo,
we've
just been doing what we do best, and that's just being us.
And it feels good.
No influence, nobody, no bad influence. It's just good energy and learning, and people are starting to realize that. Well, some things that we already know, so it's cool. I'm just really happy with the way things are going, bro. But back to this Black Air Force One talk. Anyone that knows me knows I'm an avid Air Force One lover for sure.
Let me bring them back out again.
Right.
Talk your talk.
And I love them. These Air Force Ones right here, I love them. I wear them, especially in the wintertime. It only makes sense to wear something dark that's not gonna that's not gonna show.
Dirty.
You know what I'm saying? It's perfect. But you see, my problem is, I understand. I've had mad conversations with one of my boys from the city. He be we go at it, bro. Like, I dead with in the conversation, because it would just go on. It would be 2 minutes to 3 minutes to now it's 10 minutes. I'm like, bro, I'm over it, and he'll bring it back up. Everybody knows, my boys know who I'm talking about. Bet. Shout out to Monty Mir. Bet. So basically, what I'm getting at is he was explaining to me that like, when people are committing crimes, obviously you don't want to be seen. So I'm gonna wear something that's darker, blah, blah, blah. He explained to me something that he really had to deal with. He was referring to. And you know what? That changed my perspective to know that, all right, you're on to something. You're on to something. But why is it that when I'm at school, and I go to a predominantly white institution, which means I'm around a lot of white people. If I'm at school and I got white people coming up to me saying I'm a killer, and I go, bro, where do you live? You live in a farmland. There is nothing around. You don't have to worry. You can go to sleep and keep your doors open if you really wanted to, right? Why are you telling me, oh, I'm a killer because I got Black Air Force Ones on? Where did you get that from? What does that mean? That means you don't, the messages that are being spread on the internet really are affecting people. And we talk about how important the music is and the messages is. But you see, that just shows, I'm like, bro, like, you don't got to worry about this. So why are you even entertaining this nonsense? And that's my problem. Okay, some people really have to some people joke about it, but are dead serious about people that what they do with what's associated with these shoes or whatever. But again, anybody, you could get beat up in white Air Force Ones. Like that's what I'm saying. But more than anything, it's just the fact that there's a culture that spreads these negative messages, and they're ignorant and they're backed up. You don't
really
have to deal with it.
believe
And it goes back to what we talk about. People that are really into the real hood music, bro, you don't even got to deal with any of that. So why are you glorifying it as if it's something it's not that? And that's what my problem is, the fact that people can't think for themselves. And you see, the thing is with me, I never felt away about the Black Air Force Ones. I just never got them. And now that I got them, I'm like,
drippy.
they're fire. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can make anything look nice, and that's what you already know. That's what we're about. But my problem just is how influential people are for stupid stuff. Like, why are you?
Go to my IG right now and look at these pictures, because I make sure every time I pop out in these black forces, I'm dripping.
Word.
Because you can't say nothing if I'm fly as hell and in some black Air Forces. You're gonna start to think, you're gonna be like, oh damn, maybe.
Right. Oh, maybe I could do that. And that's
I think that's what it's all about.
For real. Because you can do whatever you please.
Everybody got white Air Forces on.
Right.
I'm about to
because somebody made that lit. Somebody, because
Exactly.
that was nice. Oh, white Air Force One is best. So I'm
Time
gonna
to
switch it up.
that.
And these are fly too. I'm gonna do what I do. But you know what? Shout out the WavyyWay. The WavyyWay
Big
page.
facts. We just dropped the Neon collection and the Heartless collection.
Word.
It's crazy because it feels like it's been such a long time. But I just want to say, like, thank you to everybody reaching out. I remember struggles. Like, I went to school and I was trying to sell my t-shirts. I ended up giving a lot of them away because I was having trouble selling them for $20. And I've had a lot of people support me in the hoodies is $100. So everybody who's supported me by getting one, you know what I'm saying? Neon collection is almost sold out. And when we restock, the hoodie that I have on right now, they're not regular. I got 2 special treats for y'all for the restock that's coming. I'm just waiting for us to sell out to get right back to it. But just even doing my first sale, like, it was a little bit crazy. It was like, all right, you're really doing this now. Made a new website, aesthetic. I'm really building an aesthetic.
Fire. Stupid fire.
Shot a commercial for it. I put my all into this. Like, sometimes doing this stuff gets glorified, but I don't often talk about it, but I'll talk about it now. Like, there's a lot of times I'm broke. I don't have money, and it might look like it because I'm putting everything that I got into this.
Even when you got money, you don't got money.
Exactly, bro.
That's you're broke mentally. Not if you needed to make a sacrifice.
It's really crazy because you got to continue to build. it's like okay, you could get you some and be satisfied. Hey, life is good.
Right.
But somebody like me, I just want to keep going. Like, cool. Tory wore my stuff, and man, like, tears of joy wanted to come out.
For sure, shaking. Right.
Shaking, hard body, but then something in me just snaps. All right, that's cool. What's next? Let's get it.
Word.
And
so what is next, bro?
What next?
What keeps you going now that we already know, I know that Tory Lanez means a lot to you because he's in his own lane and he's everything, another version. I look at ourselves as if we are these artists because they're so different. But back to the question, what's next for you? What keeps you going, rather? Because this is a goal that you reach. It's a check mark. So, like, off the checklist.
What keeps me going is I've been looked at as an underdog my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I've had people look at me like I had no value. And I still have people look at me like, he's just that. And I think that's pretty much it. Just, I got to continue to prove myself that this is you.
Word.
And that's pretty much it. I had to turn my savage up. A lot of people doubted me, but I believe in myself. So I think that's all that matters. And just showing you, when you confident, this is what happens. There's been times I wasn't so confident in myself, and I realized what confidence can do. And sometimes confidence may come off as cockiness, but it's crazy because it's like nobody will know what work you've put in to get to this level to even have anything go on for you. You feel me? So
my thing is, bro, if you're not confident about yourself, then who's gonna be?
Exactly. How is somebody supposed to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself?
And bro, you should always want to be your biggest fan. And I know that for me, I am my biggest fan at all times. I'm glad I got my brothers with me that support me. But your brother's not going to support you if you don't have that drive in you. Not that they're not going to support you, but what is there to support if you don't have that drive in you to create?
Big facts. I've been slept on for too long, and it's about time people start waking up. I've been trying to show the world this.
Word.
It's the wavy way. This is about to change the world.
This summer?
I don't even want it. It's going to be a cold summer.
Cold. Shivering right now because I already know what's coming next. And that's really just where we're at, just showing the world what we already know.
Because we've been spoken about this.
Right.
We know what we got going on.
Exactly.
We're just waiting for the world to catch up.
And we just showing the world, if you believe it, you could achieve it. So stay conceited and do it the way
Big
we
facts. Talk your talk.
That's really all it's about,
talk
yo.
your
Because
talk.
again, if you're not your biggest fan, like yo, and it starts to show, like people don't. I don't even want to make this about people. I want to make it about us and who we are. When you just walk into a room and the way we carry ourselves, like yo, people tell us it's different, bro. When you ran into his name is
Sasha, Tory's manager. Shout
Right.
out Sasha Stone. Shout out Atari. Shout out Philip. Shout out everybody from One Umbrella. Shout out Davo. Tory, you already know what's going on. I'm not even going. My man.
That, but what he said was, yo, the way you carry yourself and how relentless you are to get to where you're at, it's just like, I got you. And because real will always recognize real. So don't worry about the people that don't understand, because they're not on the same time.
I feel like that worked out because it's like, for those who really listen to Tory, like he used to have a Honda Civic and he was homeless, pushing his stuff out the Honda Civic. Now I live a great life, but I do have a Honda Civic. So just pushing my...
And Hondas are fire, by the way.
Yes, sir. I'm about to level my Honda up. So I'm in my Honda Civic, and it's just like he had the same car, so it's like I got to tell him about that and just how I'm pushing my stuff out the Honda Civic, and it's like as much as I'm proving to me that I can do it, I'm proving to you that I can do it, and proving to you that if you believe in yourself, you can do it too. Cause it's like it's all about a mentality. Every single time I'm going into one of these situations, I got all odds are against me.
Always.
I'm in Chicks Tape concert, NYC, 34th Street. It's not like I got 50K followers. It's not like I'm easy. You know what I'm saying? I could do this easily.
Skip the whole line. Bless
Every
us.
time. And you know what I'm saying?
Yo, the line was wrapped around the corner. We didn't even you know what's crazy? We didn't even come from where the back of the line started.
The line to the entrance,
the
line to the entrance was like 3 blocks down. Like I never seen that before.
We didn't even walk
I
past
went to
all those
I
people.
went to the front. People were in the gate. Doors wasn't even open. I just walked right through.
That's just insane to me. The fact that just even the way it worked out, that wasn't even the way we were coming to the arena, to where we were. Think about it, bro. We didn't have to walk like, where are we going? No, bro. We came straight to the line. See everybody waiting, girls looking. We drift out, flexing hard body.
They're like, who's that?
Flexing, mad drip.
Nah, I'm going hard for me to show you can do this too. Like for the
Right.
people I'm around, like bro, like you can do anything you put your mind to, and that's a fact. Now I'm not saying, let me take that back, because I'm not saying you can fly. Like some people be really, all right, if I put my
Right.
mind, I can fly,
Right,
I can fly. Nah,
Let's
you want to
keep
be
it practical.
realistic.
Right.
But nah, it's just confidence, man. And,
For
and I
sure.
gotta prove to you, for all the people that doubted me,
They're not even the main
It's love.
concern, because
It's
honestly,
love.
what we're focused on is the next generation of people, or some of the people of our generation that want to do something but don't really
know how to go about
Life is
it.
about energy, yo. If we could give you the energy that sparks your flame to go out there and do what you got to do and just be you, then yo, that's what we here for.
because you could do it, and I've
Always.
witnessed it. Like if you really put in, but you gotta find something that you love to do. You gotta find something that you passionate to do.
For
I
sure.
find myself like I can't go as hard. Like I love this stuff to death. Like I can't sleep at night. Like I be waking up it'd be messing up my sleep schedule, because I'm like, yo, like my ideas just be crazy, and I end up having to wake up in the middle of the night, write it down, get back to it. But that's just because I love it so much, and it's the wavy way. It's more than a clothing brand. It's a lifestyle. And I just can't wait for what the future has to hold. And once again, I appreciate everybody for rocking with me.
It's already written in stone, yo. Like
It
destiny,
is.
like everything that we're tapping into, like
It's
we already
been-
knew this.
yeah, we knew
this
this.
is what we do. We get fly. We like no, not even being cocky. It's just what we know. Like we are just really tapping into and really just achieving all that what we are meant to achieve, and it's amazing because the people closest to us already know that this is what we're supposed to do, and I love it. I love it. And I take the compliments because I know how hard I worked to get here. Oh yeah, you dress nice. Yo, it took me a while to study how do I want my style to be. It took me a while to figure out. You know how picky I am when it comes to making sure things
The damn
the
jeans
drip.
and
Yo, like but when I do pop out, best believe, yo, it took me a grip to get here. I was broke. I'm over here going. I'm not gonna tell you where I shop at. That's but what's crazy about that is, yo, I'm human too. So it ain't, and I'm 20. Like I'm not rich, so I do shop on a budget. Yes, you'll catch me at the thrift store. Be on the lookout for that because there's because I'm regular. It's
the
just
thrift
about
store is hot.
it's about how you rock it.
I just haven't been. We went once and I ain't
We
finding
gotta
it.
go
I'm
back.
like,
Nah,
I ain't going back.
You got to go back. But it's just the fact that like, yo, like we're not. Some people, the way we carry ourselves is of such a high status that you could perceive it as if we are bougie, and that's so far from it. We know that. And that's why I brought up the thrift store, because we know, because everything is a blessing. They're like, we're still human at the end of the day.
Some people just got to see the real. Like me meeting these people, like P&B and Tory just being so down to earth, it pushes me back, and it's like crazy. You look at them this way when you're away from them, but when you're with them, they're just regular people that ended up doing something with themselves. And so it's like that was probably the most interesting thing. Like
I love that, because that lets me know that it's possible to stay committed, have the right people around you, and really become something, and stay humble in who we are.
Continue to learn.
And you see, let's talk about A Boogie's new album. So he switched it up. He switched up his style a lot, and it's fire. First and foremost, let's make that clear. But people don't like to see change. And the thing is, I defend in conversation. I'm like, nah, like I'm happy that he switched it up, because it shows that I don't got to do what y'all liked from the past. Like, because I view ourselves similar to these artists, to these people that are who are just creatives, and you know what I'm saying, are passionate about what they want to do. I need to see that they switched it up, and they are willing to switch it up and go against the grain, because people get comfortable in what is trendy. I'm gonna make whatever I do trendy. Accept me for whoever I choose to be. If you want to do the guitar theme stuff, cool. If you want to do the piano, he could do it. Accept Boogie for whatever he brings to the table. Accept me and Word for whatever we do. If you catch me, like I always say, if you catch me in the do-rag, catch me in the sweats, or whatever, however I'm moving one day, don't worry about it. Because if I need to get fly, if I need to get spiffy, you can catch me in the suit the next. For real. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. Because that's how complex we are. Don't ever box me in. Because as soon as you do, I promise you box me in the wrong way.
Yeah, but we'll forever be misunderstood, so I ain't even...
And that's fine. And shoot, I'm cool with that.
Facts.
But I say that because, people always, it's so easy to want to assume that somebody's a certain type of way. And then when you show them otherwise, they're like, why can't I?
It's all about perspective. Yeah. Perspective.
I love people that switch it up, do different things. Anyway, that got a passion. I love having these conversations, because that motivates me to keep going. I love it because at some point, because it's a endless cycle that continues, and then now that person who is the small entrepreneur is now going to give that game to somebody else who is along trying to start their journey. Life is just, I swear, everything that I know I learned through experience, but I also was around somebody that put me on to something. It's hard to find that, but when you find...
Or you looked it up.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Honestly, what started it up for me was, to the people that really inspire me and what really, like, especially my family, like, to see what they've taken me out of, and I've been put onto hella game from the house. Outside of the house, dudes like JC Lopez, who's the owner of Urban Necessities, Tory Lanez, both homeless, and they now living their life because they were so I kind of get my confidence from Tory. He was like, yo, F that. Like, who cares? Like, do you and keep on going. Like, and a lot of people look at him as cocky, but I feel like a lot of people got to look at the fact that this man was homeless with nothing. And while nobody believed in him, he believed in himself, and he turned himself into something. How would you handle that situation?
I would not. Yeah, it's not the fact that they're cocky. It's the fact that I've
just confident. They've took so many lessons,
trials and tribulations. L's is not about losses. It's lessons. I think, bro, if you're gonna keep saying L's, and that's what I want to make sure.
That's why I changed it to
we call it lessons.
Yeah.
And you could keep saying that as long as we got the abbreviation right, because it's never a loss. It's just something something new learned. And life will always teach you if you're willing to learn. And I come ready, prepared every day. Because I know I'm gonna change the world, and my legacy, man, I can't wait till I'm an old head with mad kids, 5 kids, living in the mountains still in California, living my best life, driving the foreign. I'm speaking into existence. This is the life that I live. Y'all can keep the city life, man. I'm trying to be up there in the mountain, I'm trying to be the king, a young black king, old black king at this point, looking out with everybody else. You in Miami. I'm in Cali, living my best life.
In Miami.
And when we need to link, and when we need to link, it's not about, bro, I'm busy because I got to go to work. No, I control that. So, matter of fact, I'm taking off, and this is what we're doing. Yeah. No, it's the life that we are creating. I love it,
let's talk about what's next. Honestly, every single month we end up topping the last show, and I don't know how.
Because I'm telling you, it's the lessons, man. The lessons that we choose.
And the hunger.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all what's next. April 5th, your boy, Mr. Wavy, I'm going to be hosting Lil TJ, bringing him to the Sherman. I've been trying to do this for so long, and it's finally happening. So, it's going to be a WavyyWay takeover. You know what I'm saying? Look out. It's going to be a lot of Wavy going around. But this is exciting. We bringing him to the area, and I'm trying to show, like, the promoters and stuff, until I'm a promoter, that these people can come to this venue, and this area is going to hold it down. I got a lot of faith in what we got going on in this area. There's a lot of talented artists. There's a lot of people doing their thing, and I love to see that. So, when TJ's coming, that means that's an opportunity for the people I'm around to perform too. So I'm always trying to put them on, like, yo, my boys, we're gonna get y'all involved. But I'm just grateful. But I'm gonna continue to put in the work because I'm not nowhere yet.
Right.
But I've been able to accomplish things. Tory, this was the best song. But this one goes crazy. Got to see Mario perform "Let Me Love You" and "The Cry" live.
Vibes.
Maya came out.
Vibes. Everything was just a vibe, bro. We talked about Wale. Okay. Right.
Crazy.
Vibes, bro. It was to the point where it was like, yo, like, mad time was going by, and you like, yo.
I was like, nah, this can't end. Like, I was like, damn, like, he's performing for some time
just
now.
the inspiration, bro. I love it, yo. It's crazy. People celebrate in different ways. We talk about I'm really not a partier type of person. That, like, I'm not against it, but that's just not really where I'm at right now. But it's like, yo, I work hard, and it's like, what to look forward to. Yo, bro, I really appreciate you, bro, because you know I needed that. You feel me? It really put me back in the game. And it's like, you worked so hard, you really got to reward yourself. And it's not
that
the
was
fact,
such a great day.
It's not the fact that I'm against rewarding myself, but it's like, that was the perfect, it was just an adventure. Then afterwards, 1 a.m., we go to the Dominican spot. Yo.
Shout out the block. Washington Heights, man, because I'm so used to PA, and I'm like, man, if it's past 11, you ain't getting no food.
You can get nothing past
But then I'm like, wait, the block down there, there's mad food. I already seen the IHOP open.
Right.
Look left. I was like, bingo.
We made
hit the spot.
Yo, we walk in, big security door. I'm like, why is this person
Security,
here?
music playing, they live. They not closing no time soon.
Beautiful women.
Everything was fire. Everything was fire.
It was yo, and the eats was fire, bro. That night we like, yo, it was just fire, bro. Ate like kings.
Going to concerts, I've realized like my love for them, and I've realized like I want to do this for the rest of my life, and I'll be spending my money on these events because it just makes me so happy. Like the feeling you get when the concert's over, and like the realization of life, like it just feels like you're in a whole nother world when you're in a concert. So I don't know what. I think the mic is over that. It just feels like you're in a whole nother world. So it's crazy. What's next? I was planning to go to Rolling Loud Miami, but I don't think I'm gonna go to that. Nah.
I take it day by day. What's next for me is more schoolwork due tomorrow. That's what I do. But yo, this summer though, this summer's just a celebration. It's just
whole summer.
The whole
every
summer.
day.
No, I agree. I'm learning, reading. I've read so much this summer, bro. And yo, it really helped me. It helped me get to where I'm at for real. Like right now, like just everything. Really, just take notes over the summer, just to get right. It's good, yo. But I just know I just can't wait for the sun to just be back. Just to be back around.
Then you're gonna see everybody outside again.
Happy, and it's cool because I'm happy too. Let's celebrate together. Let's celebrate life. You feel me? I'm glad that they made it through the winter and I made it through and I survived.
Because it's been a rough one for everybody.
It's been cold. It wasn't the roughest. It's been cold. You feel me?
Lost a lot of people for sure.
When it comes to that, yeah, you're right. My fault. Yeah, it has been rough. Yeah, you're right, bro. I'm glad that they made it through, but for real, every day is just a blessing. You wake up, like I've really got no complaints. You asked you earlier, yo, what was the last bad day you had? And I thought about mine. I'm like, yo, I've been good for a grip. And I'm happy about that because, boy, it took a while to get there. You feel me? But again, through that was all lessons learned and shining hard. Just happy that life is going the way that it's going. Happy that I got the perspective that I got. And yo, we're just gonna continue to turn up. Continue to turn up and flex. You can believe that. Believe me, that's what's coming next, always. Because that's what we do best. It's just in us.
Facts. I'm really thinking. Definitely call in 888-304-4401 before we end the show tonight.
Word.
But I'm working on some things. I'm debating. Spring and summer's coming up, but I'm getting ready to drop heavy in the summertime, and I'm adding some things to the Neon collection. But I might have time to because summer's going to come so fast. But I might have time to drop something in between. So I'm really thinking and plotting that. But I'm just excited to just release more clothes, and I'm trying to build an aesthetic and trying to put emotions through a brand, and I'm just happy the way everything is coming together.
Yo, I'm just happy that
Good and the bad for real.
When we were in the city, bro, everybody was showing love. The dude in the train.
Oh yeah,
station.
dude came. This is crazy to me. Like that moments like this is what I live for. We on the way back. It's probably like 12 o'clock, not too late. And some dude from across the station is like, he's like, yo, what are you wearing? And I'm like, it's my brand. His train is coming. He looks at the train. He's like, F it, I'm gonna go. When the elevator comes down, and he's like, all right, so like what I do is I like people who have brands and all blah blah blah. He was just real interested in the clothes that I had, and that to me was like everything. He was like, all right, let me get your website. Like I'm gonna have to buy right now, and that was dope to me because it's like, wow, like
show mad love.
I'm doing something. I'm doing something right.
Word. New York people showing love is fire.
Everywhere I went, people was like, yo, like what is that? The pants is da da da. Like you couldn't even say that. I had one dude. I was coming down the stairs. He's like, yo, the pants is fire. And I had Black Forces on. So when I'm in the Black Forces, I'm making sure my fits is extra fire. You can't say nothing.
It's lit, yo. Cause everything's a drip if the person know what he doing, and we do. We know how to do everything. It's lit though. It was just a really good night. Great vibes, and it got me energized just to keep moving forward, yo. I don't know when the next one is gonna be TJ for sure. That's the next pop out.
Oh yeah, Lil TJ's next. I'll be on stage for that one.
Word, that's gonna be fire, bro. The documentary is about to be crazy. Our life is really just a movie. That really just shows like, yo,
the documentary that we've been, you know what I'm saying, working on.
Right, we get in there. It's lit. It really is. Life is just a movie, and we the directors of it, and it's fire, yo. Just that one night in New York was fire. It's not even the fact that my weekend was lit. Like it was just the fact that Saturday was fire. Like everything that I needed. Because Friday night,
I forgot I even went to work the next day.
Right. Nah. Like.
And then on Tuesday, I think it was Monday. It was Monday. Mm-hmm. No, it was Wednesday. I was having a rough day. I don't know. Like it was a good week, but I guess I was just stressed out with like school and stuff. Then I'm walking in, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm in the library, so mind you, it's mad quiet. And I start talking mad loud, like, Tory's wearing my stuff. And it was just cool. And I remember Gary Vee saying, you're always going to think something is going to be the thing, but you're going to realize it's not, and it's just a stepping stone. And I knew that, but, like, to see it all come together and just the imagery, like I made that from my basement, and it's actually becoming something, showed me, like, okay, keep going now.
Word.
And I needed that. I definitely did.
Word.
Never did I ever think like I was gonna quit or stop, but that definitely boosted it. Like, okay, I'm doing something right. It's time to turn up.
Right. Keep turning up because we're just beginning, yo. And that's what I love, bro. Knowing that our vision, we already 6 months ahead. We was talking about the winter time when it was still warm out. Now we thinking about even past that. Like
facts.
I'm just looking forward because I'm just looking forward to continuing to achieve these accomplishments, continues to stay in our bag and stay focused. Because, being focused and accomplishing stuff is just, like, the best feeling ever.
And as people look at me now, I want y'all to really, if you're still tuning in, I hope you remember, like, when Instagram was not lit, I wasn't selling nothing, I had no website. I just want y'all to see, like, what happens, like, if you really put all that energy into you.
Because you deserve it. You got to be your biggest fan. And
definitely. It was new to me. Like, all this is new to me. I never had put that much time into myself. I was too worried about other things. And I said, you know what? I owe this to myself. And I just locked in. I put all my time into me and all my energy, and this is what's coming out of it. So it's like, okay. And this is what you keep doing. And that's pretty much it. Anybody can accomplish anything. I'm trying to promote that. And that's pretty much it. I don't want y'all to look and look at something like, how? Right. It's right in front of you if you look for it.
To get here. And it's funny that you said how. People don't understand there's so much to the how that like you probably don't see. So many trials and tribulations, so many late nights, so many sacrifices, so much. It took so much for the smile to be so genuine. And I think it makes it better, but like you can't compare where you're at to where somebody else is at if it looks like they're ahead because you don't know what they've been through. You feel me? Like it's insane. You don't know how many times they were told that they couldn't do it, how many times that they were told that, you know what I'm saying, you're not good enough, or like I respect anybody that has a hustle, that's working towards it, that gets up every day and is relentless, because I know it's so hard to do that. It really is, because there's so many. It's so easy to find an excuse to stop. So persevering and sticking through is, I respect it, yo. Anybody that got a hustle, I salute to you, for real. Anyone that showed us love, yo, like, we respect it for real and appreciate it, because, yo, anyone that is really into anything knows that it takes a lot of sweat and tears, for real.
And the love always overpower the hate.
It will, yeah. And the fake love that everybody shows turns to real hate when you actually make it, and that's fine too, because we know that. See, and sometimes you got to be able to have confidence in yourself and know that whatever you're doing is right when nobody's showing love. You feel me? You can't don't allow those likes on Instagram to influence how you feel about yourself.
Keep going. Facts. If you're getting 2 likes,
if you know the picture is fire,
who cares?
That's all that matters, yo. Because regardless, when people see you, they're gonna show you love. I call it fake love, but it's cool. It's still love. It's love. It's when you make it, when they start calling you, oh, you switched up, oh, you Hollywood, oh, you this, oh, you that. And I'm not talking about your close friends that are gigging on you. I'm talking about the people that y'all was never really that cool to begin with. You feel me? And it went from fake love to, yo, I'm popping. And the thing is, when people think you popping, you still regular. We are.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's interesting how just social dynamics work, but stay in your bag, yo. Make sure your circle is tight. Make sure that that their intentions are pure. You should never have to doubt the people that are around you. If they say something, know that they're saying it because they want the best for you. Know that you should never have to worry that. You should never have to worry, for real. Because I look at my friends like family. Whatever they say, I really take it, because I know that they're not gonna set me up for failure, for real. And you should never have to worry about, why is a person saying this? Are they trying to help or hurt me? Like, you should never have to question it. Never. Strive to be that friend if you feel like somebody around you doesn't have that.
Big facts. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. We're going to end it off with some music this time around. Always love. Until then, stay tuned. It's Mr. Wavy Official on Instagram.
It's per conceited.
Stay tuned for everything in the Wavy Way. Shout out Dutch, Remo, Genesis Radio.
We're a greedy gang, gets lit. Much love to everybody, yo. Keep striving.
We out of here. Bow! Let's chop it up for a bit.